and thank you for joining us on Kwara TV News at noon. We're reaching you live from our Akwata Yakuba house here in Akwata Yakuba, Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. My name is Tolulope Ikniyomi, and as usual, I'm not alone on the news. Hello, Dupe.
Tolulope, Hakudede Wuyi.
It's good to see you.
Yes. Hakudede Wuyi, Henyi Haraile, Asiko Hojo Tumi, Aku Awolenu She Iroyin, Lerefe Lamuto Yiwa Enumi Ago Iroyin Ojo Kanri. Láti lè ṣe mú máwòrán ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara yìí tó fi Àpáta Yakuba ṣe ibùjókòó. Modúpẹ́ọlá Abíóyè ni oníròyìn yìí. Ẹ lè rí wa lórí StarTime 113, bákan náà lórí Free TV 502 àti bó ṣe ń lọ lórí Facebook at Kwara TV àti bákan náà lórí YouTube. Ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀.
We kickstart on the federal scene, where the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities will tomorrow formalize a new agreement that will improve quality of university education system and ensure stability. This is contained in a statement by the Ministry of Education, which said the ceremony will be held at the Tertiary Education Trust Fund TET Fund Conference Hall in Maitama, Abuja, which will be presided over by the Minister of Education, Maruf Alausa, and the Minister of State for Education, Suwaiba Ahmad. This development is coming following a recent one-day ultimatum by the union. Meanwhile, the strike was later cancelled before it began after ASU and the federal government held overnight talks. The new agreement reflected the government's commitment to constructive engagement with critical stakeholders and resolving industrial disputes through dialogue, mutual understanding, and cooperation. The ministry said the agreement aligns with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which recognizes education as a strategic driver of national development, human capital growth, and socio-economic transformation. The federal government has inaugurated a 40 billion naira closed-circuit television control center (CCTV) for the third mainland bridge in Lagos. Speaking at the inauguration, Minister of Works David Umahi said the project followed extensive rehabilitation works carried out on the bridge after the current administration took office in 2023. He said President Bola Tinubu approved the total rehabilitation of the bridge, including replacement of expansion joints, noting that the completed work had improved driving conditions and extended the bridge's lifespan. Umahi said the CCTV system, first announced in 2025, was designed to curb dangerous driving, prevent suicide attempts, and strengthen security. He added that security personnel will monitor live footage from the control center and enforce speed limits on the bridge. Earlier, Olufemi Dare, Federal Controller of Works in Lagos, said the facility was the first of its kind on any bridge in Nigeria. He said the system allows real-time monitoring of activities on the bridge and surrounding waters. Back on the home scene, a non-governmental organization, Abubakar As-Siddiq Philanthropic Home, has distributed items to 150 beneficiaries as part of efforts to ensure equitable distribution of wealth in the society. Hawal Dauda reports that the distribution of items, which was in partnership with King Salman Humanitarian and Relief Center, took place at the Government House Banquet Hall in Ilorin, the state capital. Her report.
The Kwara State Banquet Hall today was filled to capacity as Abubakar As-Siddiq Philanthropic Home extended charity to needy in efforts to help the less privileged in the society. In her remarks, the State Commissioner for Social Development, Dr. Mariam Imam, said the foundation has not only brought hope to the beneficiaries but also dignity, adding that government alone cannot address social challenges. She reaffirmed government commitment to well-being of citizens, urging well-meaning Nigerians to emulate such acts.
Abubakar As-Siddiq Philanthropic Home has demonstrated this teaching through practical action. By equipping these children with vocational skills, you are helping them to become self-reliant, productive members of the society, and contributors of economic development rather than dependent.
The project manager of the organization, Farid Abdulrazak Salman, said the organization focus is to prioritize the welfare, education, and empowerment of vulnerable children in the society. He expressed optimism that the project will inspire other individuals, organizations, and stakeholders to emulate the spirit of giving by investing in humanity and uplifting the most vulnerable in the society.
We have children that are neglected and forgotten on the streets, or just because they've lost the parent, then they have no one responsible for them. It causes them to lose the mental stability they need to function as normal citizens and normal individuals.
Also speaking with Kwara TV News, the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer Bayo Kozimojiusi said beneficiaries were chosen based on merit, urging them to be a good ambassador of the foundation.
Being without a guide is more or less like whoever comes first, whether good or bad. If bad people come now, they follow them, because these children also lack the basic means of livelihood.
For the beneficiaries, they commended the convener of the event, saying that the skill learned would go a long way in improving their well-being.
It's of a great nutritional value for our children, and it really goes a long way.
Financially, it's a little bit challenging before I joined the program. But alhamdulillah, the relief they gave us is enormous.
Highlights of the event include distribution of certificates as well as equipment such as sewing machines, tricycle, foodstuffs, cooking gas and cylinders, among others, for over 100 graduates who had undergone training for about 8 months in various skills. The foundation also distributed food items to selected orphanage homes across the state. Hawa Dauda, Kwara TV News.
Moving on. A total of 95 princes and princesses of Fusegbua ruling house have expressed interest in the stool of Awujale of Ijebuland. This development was disclosed by Olori Ebi of Fusegbua ruling house, Latif Oyemi, at the commencement of a nomination meeting held at Bisi Rodikpe Hall, GRA, Ijebu-Ode. Other leaders of the ruling house who were present at the meeting include Deputy Olori Ebi Otumba Ajidagba, Chairman Chief Fasi Yusuf, among others. Otumba Oyemi informed the meeting that the names of those who scaled the first hurdle will be forwarded to the Afobajes. Oyemi noted that the Afobajes would select one of the candidates as the next Awujale and forward his name to the Ogun State government. He stated that those in disagreement with the exercise can channel their grievances to the government. And in Ondo State, 1 week after the Ondo State judicial officers declared an indefinite strike action, court operations across the state remain shut. It will be recalled that the magistrates, presidents of Grade A customary courts and legal research offices commenced indefinite strike on January the 5th over the inability of the state government to grant the judiciary financial autonomy, lack of attention to the plight of workers. Members of Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, also joined the industrial action on January 6th, demanding improved welfare conditions. Some reporters who visited the court observed that the facilities were still under lock and key. A top officer who spoke with the reporters anonymously accused the Commissioner of Finance, Mrs. Omowumi Isaac, of allegedly undermining Ayedatiwa's directives on welfare and financial support to the judiciary. Report says the paralysis of court operations has drawn concern from legal practitioners and civil society, who warn that continued shutdown of judicial services could undermine access to justice and erode public confidence in the rule of law. We move over now to Rivers State, where the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has opened its online media accreditation portal for the upcoming Rivers State by-election in Ahuada East, the 2nd, and Kana 2nd constituencies. The election is scheduled for February 21st, 2026. INEC announced this via its official X handle that interested media organizations are required to apply through the portal online. The Commission stated that the accreditation portal will close on February 8, 2026, stressing that late applications will not be considered. The North Central All Progressives Congress APC Forum has opposed calls for the resignation of Minister of Federal Capital Territory FCT Nyesom Wike. The forum also kicked against calls on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to sack the minister. National Secretary of the APC, Senator Ajibola Bashiru, recently asked Wike to resign his appointment as minister to concentrate on his obsession with the politics of Rivers State. Bashiru made a statement after Wike warned him against dabbling into political affairs of Rivers State, where the FCT minister is engaged in a political battle with Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Some Nigerians who feel displeased with the Wike's activities in Rivers State have also urged President Bola Tinubu to sack him as the FCT minister or redeploy him to another ministry. The Ijaw National Congress West African chapter had urged Tinubu to redeploy Wike to the Ministry of Niger Delta. The forum noted that since Wike became Minister of the FCT, the pace of development in the territory has improved with the execution of key infrastructural projects under his watch. The APC forum stressed that it has no interest in the political crisis in Rivers State, as according to it, its only concern was the development of the Federal Capital Territory and by extension the North Central region. The group equally said it has no interest to join issues with the APC leaders who have called for Wike's resignation. Former Plateau State Governor Senator Jonah Jang has dismissed a media report alleging that he called on Governor Caleb Mutfwang to resign following his defection from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). In a statement issued and signed by his media